Hello everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight. It's great to see so many faces and masks. It's 2024 and we're still figuring out which one to wear, aren't we? I went to the bank the other day wearing a face mask and the teller just stared at me. I was like, don't worry, I just want to make a withdrawal, not asterisk the asterisk withdrawal. He didn't laugh. Apparently, Bank Yuma has a very high interest rate. You know, life is just getting weirder. I tried to order a coffee recently and the barista asked me, "What's your star sign?" I said, "I'm a Sagittarius." She goes, "Oh, a large black coffee would really clash with your rising moon. You need a decaf soy latte with a hint of cinnamon." I just wanted caffeine. I didn't realize I needed an astrological chart to get a simple cup of coffee. What's next? A palm reading to decide if I can have extra fries. The lines on your hand say, "No, the potato gods are not in your favor today." And technology. Don't get me started. My smart speaker is getting a little too smart. The other day, I was complaining to my wife about my job. I said, "I'm so tired of this. I wish I could just quit." And my smart speaker chimed in, "I've found 3 new job listings for you on LinkedIn and have updated your resume." It was terrifying. It's like having a hyper-efficient, slightly judgmental ghost in your living room. A ghost that also orders you more toilet paper when you're running low, which, I'll admit, is helpful, but still creepy. I tried to get into that whole digital detox thing, you know, no screens for a week. I lasted about 4 hours. It was brutal. I found myself staring at the microwave, just waiting for the numbers to change. That was my entertainment. I started talking to my plants. Turns out, my cactus is a really good listener. Doesn't offer much advice, but it's not judgmental either. A bit prickly at first, but you get used to it. After 2 days, I was trying to swipe left on a magazine cover. That's when I knew it was over. I needed my phone back. I apologized to it. I promised I'd never leave it again. We're in a committed relationship now. Dating is a whole other adventure, isn't it? The apps are wild. Everyone's profile picture is them on top of a mountain or scuba diving with a shark. My profile picture is me on my couch, trying to reach the remote without getting up. I believe in setting realistic expectations. The bios are the best part. I love to travel and laugh. Who doesn't? That's like saying I enjoy breathing and having a pulse. My bio says, "Looking for someone to help me finish a large pizza." Must be okay with my smart speaker giving us relationship advice. So far, no takers. Shocking, I know. I went on a date last week, and the guy spent the entire time telling me about his crypto investments. He kept saying to the moon while pointing at his soup. I asked him what he did for a living, and he said he was a disruptive thought leader in the decentralized finance space. That means he's unemployed and tweets a lot. He paid for his half of the dinner with some coin I'd never heard of. The waitress was not impressed. She was like, "Sir, we don't accept Doji Land Rocket coin here. Do you have money and fitness?" Oh, the pressure to be fit. My gym has this instructor who is way too enthusiastic. She's always shouting things like, "Pain is just weakness leaving the body." No, Karen, pain is my body's way of telling me to stop trying to lift something that weighs more than my car. The other day she said, "Imagine you're running from a lion." Lady, if I'm running from a lion, I'm not doing it on a treadmill in an air-conditioned room. I'm probably crying and trying to climb a tree. And let's be honest, the lion would probably get me. I get winded walking up the stairs. I tried one of those spin classes. It was like a nightclub on a bicycle. The music was so loud, I think I lost hearing in one ear. The instructor was screaming, "Turn up the resistance. Climb that hill." I'm looking around, and we're in a dark room in a basement. What hill? The only hill I'm climbing is the mountain of laundry waiting for me at home, and everyone's so competitive. The person next to me was pedaling so fast I thought her bike was going to achieve liftoff. Meanwhile, I was just trying not to fall off. My goal wasn't to burn calories, it was to survive. Remember when we were kids? Life was so much simpler. Your biggest problem was whether you'd get the good toy in a cereal box. Now, my biggest problem is trying to remember which of my 47 different passwords is for my bank account. I have a password for my email, my streaming service, my other streaming service, my food delivery app. It's too much. And they all have these crazy rules. Must be 12 characters, include an uppercase letter, a number, a symbol, the name of your first pet, and a drop of unicorn blood. I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. How am I supposed to remember Fluffy Thicket 1998? And do you notice how everything is a subscription now? It's not just magazines anymore. You've got subscription for music, for movies, for razors, for coffee, even for socks. Who needs a new pair of socks delivered every month? Are people's dryers that hungry? I'm half expecting to see a subscription for air. Sign up for our premium oxygen plan. Breathe easier with our artisanal, gluten-free air delivered fresh to your door. And you know what? People would probably buy it. I've been trying to cook more at home to save money. You know, be an adult. I bought one of those meal kits. The box rises and it's got all these tiny, perfectly portioned ingredients. It feels like you're a giant cooking in a dollhouse. The instructions say, finely dice the shallot. First of all, what's a shallot? It looks like a confused onion. And finely dice? My version of finely dicing is chopping it until I get bored. Then, the recipe says, saute for 2 minutes until translucent. I don't know what translucent looks like. Is it see-through? Is my onion supposed to become a ghost? By the end, my kitchen looks like a disaster zone, and the food looks nothing like the picture. The picture shows a beautiful gourmet meal. Mine looks like something the dog threw up, and the dog looks at it and walks away. That's when you know you've failed. You know, for all the weirdness, it's pretty great to be here, sharing a laugh with all of you. Laughter is the one thing that doesn't require a password or a subscription. At least, not yet. Give it time. Introducing LaughFiFi. For just $9.99 a month, get access to premium, curated jokes. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. You've been an amazing audience. I'm your host for the evening. Stick around. We've got more great comedians coming up. Follow me on social media. If you want to see pictures of my failed cooking experiments, good night, everybody. Thanks for being here.